Hi, and welcome to Every Teacher Can Make More Money by following these 3 simple steps. My name is Mackenzie Sheehan, and I am the founder of TeachingUpstairs.com, and I am extremely excited that you've taken this opportunity to join us today to talk about how you as a teacher can make more money. Let's have a moment of honesty. You and I both know that as teachers, we wear multiple hats. Sometimes they're hats that we don't want to fit in and we don't want to wear. And then other times there's hats that we are just trying to grasp at because we want to get better or we want to do something more for a student or a family. With that said, this is really what makes us a unique breed in the professional world. My question to you is, do you feel or do you think you make enough money for the time that you spend working? We're talking about during the days with the kids, but also the lesson planning and the grading and everything else that comes into play, professional development. Even though we supposedly get the summers off, you and I both know that we don't necessarily take the summers off. When I really started to realize that I was spending all this time just pouring into my kids and making materials, I started to get discouraged because I felt like I really wasn't making what I was worth. So I decided to change that a little bit. And this is when I learned about how to create a passive income. Now we need to decide what our definition of a passive income is going to be for today. And where we're going to sit is that a passive income is money that is earned that does not require your active attention. So this is money that continually will come in even though you're not necessarily putting in the hours every single day. Now, our jobs in the teaching realm are the exact opposite. That's an active income. If we were to stop working tomorrow, we would stop being paid. If we didn't go back to teaching next year, we wouldn't get paid our same salaries. So what we're going to be focusing on is building your passive income, not so that you can necessarily supplement your teaching job, although that could be an option in the future, but so that you have some extra income coming in without doing a lot of extra work. Today, I want to give you that same opportunity that I had, and I want to help you figure out the 3 easy steps to creating a passive income. And before we get started, I do think you need to know a little bit more about me. Now, this is me. I'm Mackenzie, and I was a 4th grade teacher. I had taught in 1st grade and in 4th grade and in 5th grade, so all over the place, but my favorite grade has been 4th grade. When I was in 4th grade, my first year there, we had switched over to Writer's Workshop. And for those of you that have used Writer's Workshop, you know that there's some of us that get it and some of us that don't. That it's really a large amount of text that you have to read through and break down and memorize, but it can be made simpler. And so when I was on my team, a lot of us were struggling with how to do Writer's Workshop every day without prepping for hours at night before. And I had come up with a system for myself mainly because I loved it, but really come up with a system for myself so that I was able to break down the text and have it in these handy little notes that I would have on my clipboard as I taught. Well, soon I heard my colleagues saying, "Oh my goodness, Mackenzie, those are absolutely amazing. I need a copy of those. I want your notes," because they were having a hard time keeping up on their own. So I started to realize, oh my goodness, they have something that, or I have something that they want. And so I decided to carpe diem, seize the day, seize the opportunity, and actually produce them for them. And as I was doing that, I started hearing more and more about these different teaching sites where you could sell your own materials. And so I decided to take an opportunity, take a risk, and to put some of my Writer's Workshop stuff up on one of these sites. And then all of a sudden, boom, it started selling like crazy that same day. And I started really getting excited because I saw this amazing opportunity that I had to not only make money, but also to affect other teachers and help them be more prepared so they taught better lessons. So once I saw this first sale, all of a sudden the sales just started coming in like crazy as I posted more products and also with that first initial product. And it's funny because my team made fun of me, and now, I am a hustler, and that's what they laugh about. So when I look back on my experience and the first few steps that I took to actually get where I am today, I started to see a very easy process that I could help other people do. So I know you want to get to the content, so here we go. What I did is I followed my ABCs. A, I answered the question. And so the question is, what have I already created for my classroom that others may want? I knew right off the bat that others wanted these workshop plans, so I had started creating them and doing more units ahead of where I was to put those out. But I started to look around and discover other things that I had already created that I could end up using. I had created an econ unit that a couple other teachers had asked for, and it was a fun project that I had thrown together all by myself just based on what I knew my kids needed versus what the book had provided. I also looked around and I had created a few different forms for my readers workshop that I had felt my students needed, but I had not found on the internet. So that's what you need. This is where you need to start by answering this question. Think about your entire year, and since we're at the end of a school year, this is great right now. And think about all the cool projects or the great worksheet that you produced that you had to use because nothing else was able to be adapted to it. Start thinking through all those things that you have created in the past. And honestly, start kind of compiling them to take home. And this is where we move from A, answering the question, into B, which is building your product. So you're going to take what you have, take the stuff that you've already created. We're not asking you to spend hours ahead of time making something new, but take what you've already created and build it digitally. Hopefully some of you have already done this just by in a Word document or a Pages document that you already have, that you've already built a worksheet or maybe a test or some type of lesson notes for you. You want to take that and you want to just do a few things to it. You want to make sure you have a cover, that you have some graphics that make it visually appealing, that you have directions in there that any teacher could pick up and follow, and then any adaptations that you did, and also make sure you go through and you proofread it and make sure all the materials are available within that document. Now, this could take a really long time if it's a really extensive document, but really the reality is lots of us have created cool worksheets and projects that we can literally pull up on our computers, spend a half an hour on, and it is ready to go to the next step. So we have gone from A, which is answering the question, to B, building your digital project, to C, which is completing the process. Now, this is a lot easier than some may think. What you need to do to complete the process is convert whatever you're using, whether it's Pages or a Microsoft Word document, you need to convert it to a PDF so that anybody can access it on any computer and they don't have to worry about fonts or anything changing. And once you have that done, you're ready to upload it to your favorite teaching site. This could be a number of different sites. Personally, I like Resources for Teachers, Teachers Pay Teachers, Teachers Notebook, and there's a few others too. So you just need to pick your favorite one, and in a couple of my blogs I go into depth on different ones, so you can go and check that out. But once you're there, you'll just need to sign up for a free account, and you literally upload your document. You choose a name, a title for your document, the price, what categories it fits in, put a description in, put some screenshots in, and then you are ready to go. I know this literally sounds too good to be true. And trust me, it is so simple. It just takes some time and energy, but once you do that, you're going to see amazing results. I know for myself that first product that I posted has brought in thousands upon thousands of dollars for me. And my family, the course of our lives has really shifted because of different things that I can do to create that passive income. Now, when I say the thousands of thousands of dollars, that is just in the past 2 to 3 years, depending on that product we're talking about. So this is completely possible for anyone to do. Now, the alternative is instead of actually taking these 3 simple steps, you could just take what it is that you've made for your classroom and put it back in the file and leave it there until next year. But the reality is that is never going to make you any money. So let's review before you get started making your money. The first thing you need to do is answer the question, what do I have that other teachers may want? B, you're going to build the product. You're going to get on that computer, make it look pretty, make it accessible for other people, and then C, you're going to complete the process by uploading it to your favorite teaching website. Now, my question for you is, what is holding you back? If it is one of these 3 steps, then your problem is solved. All you need to do is log on to teachingupstairs.com, and we have a tutorial for each one of these that you can get on, and we will help walk you through what it is that you need to do so that you start making that passive income. So now that you know the 3 simple steps, there is no more excuses. You need to start waiting and not start waiting. Do not do that. You need to stop waiting and you need to start creating. So we really appreciate the time that you've spent with us today, and log on, go to teachingupstairs.com, find us on Pinterest, we're on Twitter and Facebook. We would absolutely love to hear from you, love to hear how this helped you, and once your store opens up, please let us know because we would love to follow you and get our followers to your store. So thanks, and I hope you have a great day and go and start creating.